Well, I mean, for one thing, it's very cool to have these really majestic, beautiful animals laying their eggs, doing this ritual that they've been doing for 150 million years. And here they're doing this right in your backyard. It's one of these very spiritual experiences.
Problem started, less than 50 years ago. Within about 50 years, we've driven sea turtles to the verge of extinction.
So they have a low survival rate anyway, and if you put on top of that pollution, seawalls, overfishing, boat collisions, it just adds so much on top of the fact that not very many of them make it, that it seems to be too much for the species to handle.
It's like on a lot of these fisheries where they're just overfished and they're in danger of being lost forever.
We usually get anywhere from 3,000 to 8,000 nesting sea turtles, which is incredible.
With the fact that their nesting habitats being destroyed or altered so that they don't really have good nesting areas. So one of the things about Canaveral National Seashore is we have 24 miles of undisturbed coastline that is perfect nesting area for sea turtles.
It's almost like it's in its own air. They're like birds in the water. And if you see them on land, they're like this big old clumsy thing, but once they get into the water, they just fly. My name is Terrence Cope. I'm a local artist and I do wildlife paintings from basically Merritt Island Wildlife Refuge. One of the things I do is it's a sea turtle, but the symbol of the spiral is a Native American symbol for healing. And if you see it within a hand, that means a healer or a doctor. And if you see the sun rays around it, it deals with the planet Earth and it's healing itself. And I've created this healing symbol and combined it with the sea turtle.
We do specifically have 3 species that nest here like regularly, and that's the loggerhead sea turtle, green sea turtle, and a leatherback sea turtle.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely, Brevard County is basically the #1 sea turtle nesting area in the world for loggerhead sea turtles, so it's pretty incredible.
Okay. The important thing is reducing our footprint on the planet, and if that isn't, that's how I'm interpreting the question. And if we don't make a smaller footprint, there's 7 billion people on the planet, and that's growing exponentially. And if we don't make an effort to change that, shrink our footprint, then resources will diminish, and quality of life will diminish. More species will vanish from the planet, and you can't bring back things that have disappeared. And that's not good for any of us. It's not good for our children, our children's children, our future. So.
How can it affect us, and how can we help?
Well, everything affects us in our whole ecosystem. Not only sea turtles, but a lot of different animals. And if we keep removing things from our ecosystem, then the whole ecosystem can actually collapse, and that will have dire effects on mankind. Too numerous to list. And as I said before, one of the biggest ways people can help, not only sea turtles but other animals, is first do no harm. Educate yourself, learn where they are, what they're doing, and ways that you can help make things better.
It has to be more than just gee whiz. Oh, look, there's a turtle on the beach. People have to understand some of the problems and challenges that face our sea turtles, as well as all sorts of animals that are either endangered or threatened in our environment.
Life out in where they really are is interesting and fascinating, and experience. You really just have to go out and experience nature. I think when you do that, you get a real appreciation for it.
It should make us reflect on how we basically interact with other species on this planet. We don't do a very good job of that. We're not very good stewards of the planet. Sea turtles are part of that problem. And so I think it should help us reflect on the nature of humans and their interactions with other animals. Dragon dude.
With our help, we can heal the planet.